ನಮಸ್ಕಾರ ಕರ್ನಾಟಕ, ಇದು ನಿಮ್ಮ ಕ್ರೇಜಿ ಕನ್ನಡಿಗ ಚಂದ್ರಕಾಂತ್. Today's my topic is classification of cost, which has been covered under the topic of strategic cost management. So let us know about what is cost. Cost is the amount of expenditure incurred on or attributable to a given thing. That is, what is the actual cost or a price of a product that has been incurred on a product by the producer to the end point of a manufacturer. Then there are different types of cost that has been classified. That is based on certain basis. That is according to the elements, according to nature, according to behavior, according to functions, according to allocation with product, according to time. So let us know in detail about it. Classification according to elements. There are mainly three classifications, that is material cost, labor cost, expenses. Material cost. Material cost is the cost of a material of any nature used for the purpose of production of a product or a service. It includes cost of procurement, freight charges, taxes and duties, insurance. That is, what is the actual cost incurred on getting a material to the production unit. Then comes labor cost. Labor cost means the payment made to the employees, permanent or temporary, for their services. That is, the workers which have been working in the organization, they have to be make a payment. So that is comes under the labor cost. Then expenses cost. Expenses are other than material cost and labor cost which are involved in an activity. Expenditure on account of utilities, payment for brought out services, project processing, job processing charges, etc. That is, what are all the expenses that can be incurred in the company for a production unit, on the manufacturing unit, and whether based on any type of a company nature. So then classification according to nature. There are mainly two types: direct cost and indirect. As the name suggests, direct cost is directly involved in the production unit and indirect costs are indirectly involved in the production. So direct costs are the costs which are identifiable with the product unit or cost center. As I told, it is attached with the product unit or what are the product cost. Indirect costs. Indirect costs are not identifiable with the product and unit or cost center, and hence they are allocated, apportioned and then absorbed in the production unit. That is, they are not closely related, but they are indirectly affecting the costs of the product. Then classification according to behavior. There are mainly three types: fixed cost, variable cost and semi-variable cost. Fixed cost is nothing but the cost which has been fixed and it will be not varying according to. Out of total cost, some stocks remain fixed irrespective of the changes in the production volume. Then variable cost. Some of the cost will be varying according to the based on the nature. These costs are variable in nature, that is, they change according to the volume of the production. Their variability is in the same proportion to the production. Variable cost per unit remains same, but in totality they may vary according to the quantity of the production. That is, according to the production and the demand in the market, the prices of the certain cost variable, that is variable cost. Then comes semi-variable cost. Certain costs are partly fixed and partly variable. These costs are neither totally fixed nor totally variable. Maintenance cost, supervisor cost, etc. So these are in the nature, like they cannot be classified into fixed or in case of variable. They will be fluctuating according to it. Then classification according to functions. Production cost. All costs incurred for production of goods are known as production cost. That is, the cost which has been incurred in the producing of a product. Administration cost. The cost which has been incurred for administration are known as administration. Example: the cost involved in the receptionist, on the expenses of the officers. So what are the expenses in the administration officers and the selling units or selling company. Then comes selling and distribution cost. All costs incurred for procuring an order are called as selling cost, while all the costs incurred for execution of order are distribution cost. So example, if I am making any selling advertisements in the production unit, it all comes under the selling unit. And if I am using any transportation facilities to make an transportation of one good from one place to another, it comes under the distribution cost. Then comes research cost. Cost of development of new product and manufacturing process, improvement of existing products. For example, in my company I am having a product which has to be like upgraded or to be making any changes according to the customer's needs. Then the R&D department will make a certain researches for upgradation, so the cost incurred in that department will be considered as the research cost. Then comes development cost, the cost of the process which begins with the implementation of the decision to produce a new or improved product or to employ a new or improved method. For example, already having existing product which will be like more profitable, but the customer making certain changes and request for certain changes, so I will make certain development and produce the product, so the cost incurred in that will be considered as a development cost. Pre-production cost, the part of development cost incurred in making a trial production run prior to formal production. That is, if a company is making any production unit, firstly it will make a pre-production unit, so that we can make a we can fix the what is the cost and what are the expenses that may be incurring, so it all comes under pre-production cost. Then comes conversion cost, the total of direct wages, direct expenses and production overhead cost of converting raw material into finished goods. So for example, I will procure a raw material which need to be converted into finished goods, so it need to be going under certain production units, selling units, packing units and as finished goods. So what are all the costs incurred in this process will be considered as the conversion cost. Then comes classification according to association with product, that is product cost and period cost. Product costs are those which are transferable to the product and included in inventory valuables. In a manufacturing concern, it comprises the cost of direct materials, direct labor and manufacturing overheads. Period cost. Period costs are incurred on the basis of time such as rent, salaries, etc. include many selling and administration costs essential to keep the business running. That is product cost. Like that example, product cost. For example, I am having a product which need to be supplied. So to make available for the customers at any time, I will be maintaining an inventory, that is warehouses. So there will be cost on the warehouses, so it will be included in the product cost. Then period cost. For example, something example like winter clothes. So winter clothes need to be procured at the winter season. For that, I need to be stored at that time. So I will make that classifications and make the distributions and selling. So it will be under period cost. Then classification according to time, historical cost and predetermined cost. These are historical costs. Historical costs, these are the costs which are incurred in the past, that is in the past year or past month or even in the last week or yesterday. That is, for fixing of any prices in the market, first I need to understand what is the historical experience that had been experienced by the company and what are the conditions that are reacted by the market. So predetermined cost. These costs related to the product are computed in advance of production on the basis of specification of all the factors affecting cost and cost data. That is, prior to launching of a product, I will make an assumption that there is a specific profit I can earn and fix the prices accordingly based on the predetermined cost. So there are various factors that will be affecting the predetermined cost. So by concluding this, I can say that classifying cost is a crucial practice for business to gain a comprehensive understanding of their expenses, allowing for informed decision making regarding resource allocation, pricing strategies and profit analysis. By categorizing costs based on factors like behavior, fixed variable, function, manufacturing, selling, distribution and traceability, direct and indirect, companies can optimize spending, identify areas for improvement and utility and enhance their financial performance. So classifying cost is nothing but we're making a simpler classification for us to make decisions based on our requirement. So it all helps us to make the production more successful and make this more effective. So this is the main topic that have been covered today. So thank you for watching my YouTube video. Thank you. Keep following and keep like the videos. Thank you guys.